This is Heechan. While he was in college, he decided to start selling on Amazon and joined my mentorship program. Starting from zero, no experience, just like many of you watching. He slowly gained traction, hit his first 10K month, then his first 40K month, and recently hit a 95K month. The craziest part is that he did this all in his first year and started the business initially with only $1,500 for inventory. I talk to people every single day on Instagram who have been trying to build this business for 6, 12, sometimes 18 months or longer, who are still struggling to hit their first few thousand on Amazon. Yet Heechan comes in, college kid, former college athlete, goes all in on this business model, starting with a lot less than a lot of you guys are starting with as well. In his first year, hits a 95K month. So what I did is I asked Heechan, hey, give me 3 of the biggest things that helped you hit this 95K month so that I could share it with all of you guys today. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Number 1, reinvest as much as possible, especially in the beginning. I think Heechan said he only really cashed out some of his cash back that he collected over time. But when you reinvest your capital as much as possible, essentially you allow momentum to build up. You allow that snowball to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The problem that a lot of people have is that they'll make $1 and they'll take $1 out. So then they wonder why they can't grow. And if you don't have capital in a cash intensive business, your business will always stay at the exact same place. But if we want to hit those 10, 30, 50K months, we need to allow momentum to start hitting so that we can actually start to reinvest significantly more capital and just growing the business altogether. There's nothing wrong with starting with less capital. I mean, look at Heechan. He started with $1,500 for inventory. You just have to be okay with, in the beginning, we either are okay with it scaling slower or we do things in order to help speed things up, right? So we either build capital somewhere else, or like Heechan, he went heavy on FBM so he could turn his money over time and time again. So he maximized those $1,500 as much as possible. But you got to keep in mind, when you have, let's say, $1,500 when you're starting out, you're not stuck there. Guys, there are so many different ways to make a quick buck, especially now in 2026. The easiest ways, take an extra shift at your job, do some gig work, sell some stuff on eBay, and you'll be able to grow your capital significantly faster. Like, look, this is Ian. He joined my program, 0 money for inventory. What he did instead is, after he joined my program and as he was learning, he sold a bunch of stuff that he just had lying around his house on eBay that he no longer used, built up a few $1,000s, and then dumped it all into inventory, hit his first 12K month in about 45 days. So you're not stuck to that starting capital. There is always a way to add more capital into your business. Number 2, daily sourcing. This one is non-negotiable. You should be sourcing every single day. Something that I do with my clients is I tell them they need to source every single day. We need to set a non-negotiable amount of time that you can source even on your worst day. Because what I'm trying to prevent is having people come in and they source for 7 hours once a week. Guys, let's just use the gym as an example. If I wanted to get in really good shape, I wanted to build muscle, lose fat, I'm gonna get so much more out of going to the gym for 1 hour each day for the entire week than if I just say, hey, on Wednesdays, I'm gonna go to the gym for 7 hours and cover everything. One path is obviously gonna lead to more progress. And this is the exact same case when it comes to sourcing. We need to put the reps in. Daily reps are king, guys, because you're allowing your brain to really solidify all of these skills and these nuances about sourcing so that when you come back every single day, things just start falling into place. It is just a skill. That's all that it is. Sourcing is just a skill. And assuming that we're using effective consistency where we're actually learning, seeing what's working, we're doubling down on that. We're seeing what's not working at all and we're discarding it completely. Well, when we continue to do that and we continue to source every single day, the business growing is just a byproduct of the amount of consistency that you're putting in. But if you never allow yourself to be consistent for long enough to build that skill, then you're never going to see the results like Heechan is seeing right now. But daily sourcing, he said, this is the biggest lever. And I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? If we can't get inventory into our inventory-based business, then our business is not going to grow. So we need to stop avoiding the biggest lever that we have, which is sourcing inventory every single day. What a lot of people do as well is that they'll come into the business and because they're struggling with sourcing, they'll do a whole bunch of busy work, stuff that doesn't really matter, or it's just not as important as sourcing. So because they are struggling with the skill of sourcing, because they don't know, they think, I'm just going to cope by doing something else. I'm going to distract myself by doing all of this busy work. And then somehow they come back and they still haven't gotten any better. obviously, and then they wonder why they can't build the business. And it's because you're avoiding the most important task by far. Another thing that I want to mention, which I think is very important, in our last interview, Heechan mentioned that even to this day, he still has days where he goes and sources and he doesn't find any inventory. And this is important because a lot of times people come into the business model with these expectations that they should be finding inventory, not only right away, but they should be finding inventory anytime that they sit at their computer. And this is just not the case. Even at Heechan's level, he is humble enough to tell you the truth, which is not every single time that you sit to source or every single day that you sit to source, you're going to find inventory, and that is completely okay. An example that I like to use, because a lot of times people will, hey, I'm doing everything right and I'm still not finding profitable inventory. And you have to understand that, again, the skills need to solidify. And once you're doing everything right, it's just a matter of time. But if we went out to the range, let's say you've never shot a gun before, and I take you out to the range and I'm like, hey, you need to stand like this. You need to hold your gun like this. Make sure that you're pointing like this. Make sure you're looking at your sights like this. I teach you the most perfect mechanics for shooting a gun. You're not going to hit a bullseye every single time, and especially not your first day. If we go out to play basketball and I put you at the free throw line, I say, hey, this is exactly how you shoot a perfect free throw. It doesn't mean you're going to make the basket every single time. So you need to let go of some of that pressure that you're putting on yourself and some of those unrealistic expectations that you need to find inventory every single time that you sit down at your computer, every single day, at any given moment. You need to be finding inventory. The inventory will come as a result of consistently showing up to your business. Number 3, mindset. This is one of the biggest things that Heechan said really shifted everything for him. And he mentioned a video that he watched a lot that was on the channel, but he talked about ownership, accountability, and complaining. He said that he sees a lot of people complaining about ungating and section 3s and this and that. And you have to focus on what you can control. He said, if it was out of my control, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to focus on the things that I can control. What can I control? Well, I can control getting a wider catalog so that if a regate happens, hey, it's not all of my inventory. Because he talked about that being an issue when he first hit his first 10K month. He's like, 80% of my business was one brand. Okay, if 80% of your business is one brand, in the beginning, hey, just do whatever you can to grow those sales metrics and grow your business. But we also have to diversify, because if 80% is tied up in one brand and that brand gets regated, now what? 80% of our business is gone. So he's like, I can control just going wider. And he's like, I can also control being more organized with my documents. So if there is ever an issue with Amazon, then I have all of my documents and there's nothing to worry about. Also, ownership and accountability. This one is huge, guys. A lot of times people will come into the business model and for one reason or another, they end up not making it work. And it's usually due to getting frustrated because of those false expectations that we talked about earlier, giving up on the business way too early before consistency and skill development has had time to take its course. And then 3, taking in way too much external noise. All of the people saying this thing about the business, all of the people saying this issue here and this issue there. Guys, there have been a lot of changes on Amazon, and somehow we consistently keep producing results. Why do you think that is? Because the business model is still alive and well. Heechan is a perfect example. I have another one of these videos coming out probably next week or the week after, where we just have so many client results that are coming out, people showing up and doing incredible things. But you have to understand, ungating is probably one of the things that people talk about the most. It's probably what new sellers are obsessed with the most. This is Danielle right here. She hit 6 figures in sales in her first less than a year. I think the first like 8 or 9 months. She only had to manually ungate twice. This is Robert. He hit his first 10K month in 90 days. Never manually ungated. If there are other people making this business successful, you have to understand that it's possible for you. If one other person has been able to do it, there is no reason why you can't do it as well. But you have to take ownership and accountability for what you're currently doing. Am I really being 100% brutally honest with myself? And am I really doing everything that it takes to build this business? And usually the answer is going to be no. There's always something that we're missing here, or we're avoiding there, or we're procrastinating on. And then it's just easier for us to say this doesn't work. Because if we say this doesn't work because I'm not putting in the work, that's a huge hit to our ego. And when it's a huge hit to our ego, we're going to avoid that at all costs. Another thing that I wanted to mention with Heechan is that I don't think I've ever heard this dude complain. Not a single time. He's had the same issues. He's been on the same platform. He's had regates. He's had to change and pivot his strategy. He's had to do a lot of things. And I don't think I've ever heard him once complain. This isn't about toxic positivity. This isn't about any of that nonsense. It's about being solution based. We have a problem. Yeah, okay, we might bitch and moan about it for a few minutes, and then we got to move on. We cannot live in this negative complaining mentality because it literally doesn't do anything for us. How many times have you complained your way to success? How many times have you been so negative, you talk so much shit to yourself about what you're doing and created so much friction that it caused a positive result? Never, right? So we identify it. Yeah, if we're going to bitch and moan, okay, give yourself a couple minutes and then we got to move on. We cannot live in that negativity because all that's going to do is make it so much harder to succeed. Now, going along with the mindset, Heechan did mention this video right here. He said this video helped him a lot. He watched it a ton of times. He said, and it really helped him solidify that mindset shift that took him to that next level. So I'll link it down below in the description so you can check it out after this video. But if you want an entire blueprint to get you started so that you're actually able to see results and you're not ending up like those people who are trying to figure this out for 6, 12, 18 or more months, just spinning their wheels, I want you to check out this video next. I walk you through the entire process of selling on Amazon from A to Z. It's going to get you going on the right path. It's going to help you avoid costly mistakes. And most importantly, it's going to help you start making money selling on Amazon. But if you want some help with this entire process, you want to get the one-on-one mentorship that Heechan was a part of and all of my other successful clients were a part of, I want you to click that first link down below in the description. It's my one-on-one mentorship program where you are working directly with me and I'm helping you build this business in record time. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next one.